Okay guys, PA Hunt Gang back at you again with another video. Today we're going to do some multi-species fishing down at the one crick by our local flea market. I'm going to run up here to the gas station and I'm probably going to grab some mealworms because they're pretty cheap. There's a lot of bluegills and rock bass and stuff in this crick. I have some gulp 1-inch minnows with me. So going to get down to the crick there, see how many different species of fish we can pull out. I'm hoping we can pull out at least 2 or 3 different species of fish. I know there's some nice rainbow trout in the one hole that I'm going to go to, so hopefully I can pull a couple rainbows out for you guys. I have the GoPro with me today, so I'll get back to you guys once I get down to the crick. Okay guys, my setup for today, just a 4'6" ugly stick made by Shakespeare, a Shakespeare Katara reel, a little small hook, 2 split shots. I'm going to take 1 split shot off though. So, just 1 split shot on there. I have some mealworms, some gulp earthworms, and some gulp smelt colored minnows, some gulp chartreuse colored minnows. So, the hole we're going to is right down here, so I'll get back to you guys once we get down there. Okay guys, here's the hole we're fishing. It starts here, comes over into here, and this is just loaded with panfish and trout. It's kind of messy right in here where the rod tip is to get a bait in there, so we usually try to fish on this side. There's still some sticks and stuff right in here, but there's fish laying all through there. And I can get over there's a patch of rocks, and I can throw up into here to jig something in out of there. So I'll get back to you guys once we catch some fish. Okay guys, I'm fishing right here by this little stick here. There's a crap load of bluegills and rock bass laying here. I'm just jigging a mealworm here, and they're picking it up. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bluegill following my sinker up. I think I have one. Oh, I got one, guys. Right here on the mealworm. Looks like a nice pumpkin seed. Let's get him in here. Oh, dude, this thing's a hog. Let's get him up here on the bank and take a better look at him. He swallowed the hook. So, here he is, guys. A nice pumpkin seed out of this crick. I'm not quite sure what this crick's called, but look how thick this pumpkin seed is. That thing is huge. So, we'll get this one back in, get another mealworm one, and get back down in there and see if we can't pull out a different species. Species number 1 for the day, pumpkin seed. Okay guys, I caught another fish. This time, just a little green sunfish out of the same hole on a mealworm. So there's species number 2 of the day, a green sunfish. I'm gonna get this one back in and get back to you guys when I catch a different species or another fish. Okay guys, I got species number 3 of the day. It's a creek chub, and this thing is a monster creek chub. So I'm gonna take a couple pictures and get him back in. I'll get back to you guys when we catch another species or another fish. This is number 3 species on the 3rd fish I've caught, so we're doing pretty good. I'll get back to you guys when we get another one. Okay guys, we got our 5th fish. It's another little green sunfish. You can see there's fish coming up everywhere in this hole. So I'm gonna get this little guy back in and get fishing some more. That's 5 fish and 4 different species, so we're doing pretty good. Okay guys, we got another fish. Same species as before, green sunfish, but this one has really pretty orange fins, so I'm gonna get him off and get him back in the water. Okay guys, I moved down to the other end of the same hole because I noticed that when I was standing up there on that tree, the trout were spooking in this hole. But once I moved down here, I noticed there's a lot of fish coming up to the top. So they're in the top of the water column here. And I don't have my fly rod with me or my dry flies, so I have a little nymph here. Just a copper john nymph. I'm not going to fish a weight on it because the fish are riding high in the water column, eating off the top. And I'm just going to stick it under a little weighted float. I'm just going to flick it up in there. So this is going to ride pretty high in the water column since it's not going to sink real fast. But once it does sink, it will be down to the bottom if there's any trout laying on the bottom. So this is the fly I'm throwing. Just a little copper john. Simple. I'll get back to you guys if I catch any trout. Okay guys, switch back to the mealworms. Got another little green sunfish. This is fish number 11 out of this hole. I missed a couple on film, so I'll get back to you guys once I catch another one. Okay guys, I believe this is species number, we have a chub, a pumpkin seed, and this is species number 4. I believe these are called a red-breasted sunfish or an orange-bellied sunfish or something. But I have never caught one of these before, guys. That is a cool looking fish. So I caught him on a mealworm. So I'll get him back in the water and get back to you guys when I catch another fish. Okay guys, I got another fish. I think it's a rainbow trout this time. Let's reel him in and see what it is. If it's a rainbow trout, that will be the 5th species for tonight. I didn't think it's a very big one. I got him on a mealworm. Yeah, it's a trout. Sweetness. He's just right here in front of me. I picked him up. I was thrown in there by them logs. See what kind of trout it is. Oh, I think it's a brown trout, guys. Yeah, guys, it's a brown trout. Look at that. Nice little brown trout out of this hole. So that makes the 5th species for tonight is a brown trout. He's not real big. He's probably, I don't know, I'd say he's about 12 inches or so. He's pretty small, but I'm going to get him off the hook and get him back in. See if we can't get some more fish. This will be the 5th species for tonight, guys. We're doing pretty dang good in this hole. Okay, guys, got another fish. I think it's another, this one's just a pumpkin seed, I believe. So I'm going to get him off and get him back in. Okay, guys, literally shut the camera off and got another green sunfish. So I'm going to get him off and get him back in the water and get back at you with some more. Okay, guys, that was our day down here at the crick. We fished for about 2 hours, 2 hours maybe. I caught a total of about 25 fish. I didn't get them all on video though. I tried to get some of the good ones on video. Got 5 different species, so that's pretty good. I seen the biggest gray squirrel I've ever seen in my life tonight, guys. And he's right up here on the road. So I'm going to try to get some video of him once I get up to him. But until next time, tight lines.